Here in Cornwall, our NHS is under an unprecedented threat. Jeremy Hunt is proposing changing to a new system called an accountable care organisation, effectively ending the National Health Service. We'll have a different organisation in charge of deciding which care we do and do not receive here in Cornwall. We need your help to stop this happening now. You need to get in touch with your local councillor. It's actually being decided by the Unitary Council. Can you believe that? It's not even going through parliamentary scrutiny. By the 7th of February, you need to have convinced your local councillor to oppose this change.
We will no longer have a National Health Service. The national framework will be gone. Instead, we will have ACOs, or Accountable Care Organisations. The Accountable Care Organisation will decide what our local minimum standards are. Why should that be different in Cornwall? What our health priorities are? Again, why should that be different in Cornwall? It will set budgets or what money won't be spent on. Fertility treatment, body mass over 30, smoker. Will you still be eligible for free treatment? Dr. Kailash Chand, OBE and Honorary Vice President of the BMA, said, ACOs means saying goodbye to the current model of general practice. It means GPs will no longer be independent advocates for their patients and local communities. The personal relationship between communities and GPs will be broken. Dr. Kailash also said the major concern is that shared services initiatives like this are often used as a Trojan horse for the privatisation and increasing marketisation of public assets, instead of properly funding the delivery of public services. The NHS is in crisis. Central government cutting funds have meant problems funding social care, meaning delayed transfer out of hospital causing shortage of beds. In addition, over the last 30 years, half of all beds have already been closed. The NHS now has fewer acute beds per person than any other comparable health service. In addition, many local hospitals have already been closed. Most of the problems in the NHS come from underfunding. Actual real-term spending on the NHS has gone down. The question isn't if we have the cash, it's where we spend the cash. Cuts to corporation tax, tax cuts for millionaires, failure to collect taxes from big businesses. In the recent budget alone, £4.7 billion was given to bankers via the banking levy. Wouldn't that money be better spent funding the NHS? Could this be the reason they aren't consulting the public? The majority of people in the UK think we must do everything we can to maintain the NHS. Costs in the NHS have gone up over the years, with people living longer and rises in certain diseases. However, Conservative spending plans do not keep pace with NHS inflation or necessary spending to cover this. Focusing on health is another laudable aim of the ACO. Current suggestions are minimum alcohol pricing and tackling childhood obesity, which is higher in Cornwall. Yes, obesity is linked to poverty. Poverty and inequality have strong correlations with the rise of stress, ill health and mental ill health. Stress is now known to be a strong determinant of risk for a variety of diseases, including heart disease and cancer. The UK is a very unequal country and has got much more unequal since 2010. Cornwall is one of the poorest and most unequal parts of the UK and Europe. We want to fix health in Cornwall, then we need investment in our local economy, transport and infrastructure, provide decent employment opportunities and bring wage levels back up to the UK average. Decent quality affordable housing for all that need it, keep everyone working in the health service employed in the NHS and on national pay scales, an end to the public sector pay cap, and a halt to cuts in welfare for universal credit that are about to plunge thousands more people in Cornwall into poverty. Then watch stress levels in the county fall, mental health improve and ill health improve too. Invest in the NHS, just to the same level as other developed nations pay into their healthcare systems. Write to your councillor and MP now before it's too late. I don't work for the NHS, but I don't think that makes yours or my opinion any less valid about whether or not we want an NHS that continues free at the point of use in a comprehensive way with the same national minimum standards that everybody else in the country enjoys. Local councillors are saying this isn't about privatisation, but where this system has been brought in already, privatisation has increased. If you want to protect the NHS, please get in touch with your local councillors as soon as possible and let them know we do not want an ACO. Thank you.